Hey guys, and welcome along to another video. To all you regular viewers of the channel, welcome back. If this is your first time here, we cover all sorts of GT Sport related content, so if this is a bit of you, make sure you subscribe and click that little bell icon next to it as well, so you don't miss a thing. Today's video is the next video in our Beginner to Winner series. This series documents my journey of putting down the controller, turning off all assists and then trying to achieve my ultimate goal of becoming an A+ ranked driver. Make sure you keep watching to the very end of the video to find out where I finish and how my driver rating has been affected and whether it goes up or down. So we're back at Bathurst today in the spontaneous daily content experiment. Please let me know down below if you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying going daily at the moment. Hopefully I can keep it up. As I say, we're back at Bathurst in GR3. We seem to be doing a lot of races here at the moment, but it's just the way it falls. And we're going for a non-stop strategy experiment today. So we're going to fuel save, manage the tyres and see how we get on. It's something I've never done before, so I'm really excited to see whether it pays off or not. We're in the Lexus for this one. It is the first time we're driving a rear-wheel drive car at Bathurst. At Bathurst, with all these elevation changes, it's going to call for some careful throttle input, which for me is the most difficult part that I found during the transition to the wheel, so it's going to be a massive challenge. So there's going to be no sugar coating here, as you know. We don't save only the best videos for show. This series is essentially a documentary of my journey, so you're going to see warts and all. And trust me, in this one, there are plenty, so make sure you stay tuned. So to just quickly recap from the start of the race, we qualified in 16th, again, new GR3 car for me. I've never driven this car before, and Bathurst being generally a bit of a bastard, we were in 16th place. We managed to overtake someone at the start, but then got overtaken ourselves down the straight, and someone got it wrong into Griffin's Bend, so we're actually up into 15th now. We're being extra conservative through here. We don't want to bin it on the first lap. There's plenty going on, as you can see. As we come down into Forest Elbow for the first time, I get a bit over-eager on the throttle, so I get a bit of a slide on, which is going to give this Peugeot behind us a run on us. As you can see, I'm changing halfway up the tachometer to save fuel, so he's going to be coming up the inside. I'm going to switch to the radar so that I see where he is, and I'm also going to give him room through this fast left-hander. But as you can see, I'm off. I'm going to come across the track, and I'm so lucky not to take out the guy in 13th there. So the fun has already started on these daily races. I did my best to give him room, but it wasn't to be. So down into 18th now, and we're going to have to start again. As we come out of Griffin's Bend for the second time up to the cutting, the Portuguese guy is grinding off the wall, and even worse, the Brit in the McLaren has binned it, so we're up into 16th now. Coming under the Armoural Bridge here, into Murray's Corner, the final corner on the circuit. You can see up ahead there's 12th, 13th, 14th and 15th, and they're not actually getting away. You'll see that we've put ourselves to fuel map 3 now, just to give us that extra bit of fuel saving, and we're still shifting early. The McLaren there is right behind us. The guy had an issue before, the fellow Brit, so I'm just going to move over to the left here. There's going to be nothing I'm able to do, but as soon as he passes, I'm going to jump into his slipstream to try and get that little bit of extra fuel saving. We're going to stay on board here as we try and stay in that slipstream. As you can see, the big group of cars up in front, out of Griffin's Bend, down into the cutting. So I'm not pushing too hard because I don't want to put him under loads and loads of pressure. This bit is particularly difficult in rear-wheel drive cars coming up this hill because the back gets real loose. Coming through Reed Park and Solomon Park now. He's all over the place, this guy in front. But he's acting as a nice air block though, as he bounces off the wall there and holds us up a little bit, so we're going to forgive him. Coming over Brock Skyline here, down into the S's. He just looks out of control, to be honest. As I say that, I'm almost in the wall myself. Through the S's, and we're going to make our way down to the Dipper and Forest Elbow. So look up ahead, hazards on, and he's gone. He's had enough. See you later, he says, which is disappointing as we're not going to get a nice air block now. And our fuel is not going to be as easy to save. But anyway, coming down the really quick Conrod straight here, my favourite part of the circuit. Go onto the left hand side here to straighten out this little right hander and then brake heavily down into the chase. Coming down towards Murray's Corner for the third time here. We've got 5.2 laps of fuel remaining, so we're on course at the moment. We're doing well. Back down here to Forest Elbow again. If you look in the rear view, we've got the German all over us. So he pitted at the end of lap 2, so he's on a different strategy to everybody else here. But this is where I'm real vulnerable on this straight. So I'm in fuel mix 3, as I say, fuel saving, and he's just going to come through. I'm going to jump into his slipstream to try and save some more fuel, even coast a little bit, down into the braking zone, take it nice and cleanly. He goes a bit deep. But things are still looking okay for us at the moment. You can see the guys up ahead. I just need to not make any mistakes. As I say that, I just get too eager on the throttle. Round I go. Quickly find reverse. Find first again. Get your foot down. Oh, I can't believe I've lost so much time there. And we're about to lose a position as well. As you can see, people coming in, we're in such a better fuel position than them as well. We're going to overtake the Frenchman and the Brit who are in the pits, but this has definitely compromised our strategy. Typical. Coming out of Forest Elbow again, this is becoming a bit of a trend here. We're just going to get hammered on the straight. To be honest, I'm okay with the fuel, but I just want to be safe and go a little bit more. So the fellow Brit here is just going to take our slipstream in the Dodge and drive straight round us. We're going to jump back into a slipstream as always to get that little bit of extra fuel. He's going to outbrake himself into the chase, go straight on there, straight over. He's going to get himself a penalty. He's going to shit the bed and rage quit. Watch this. See you later. And he quits. We are up to 14th now. As more people pit, we're up to 12th. So things, in all honesty, aren't going too bad. I'm just so gutted about that spin, as it doesn't really show a true reflection of how well we would have done. As I'm sure I'm slow as hell in comparison to a lot of people out there. In this race itself, we actually had good race pace. So I'm going to flick it down to 2 now. We're going to start using a bit more of the fuel, as we've got a bit more in the tank, but whilst keeping an eye on them, because I want to make sure that I do not run out of fuel. That would be an absolute nightmare. We're coming flying down Conrod Straight here over the crest, coming down into the chase. As we've opened up the fuel a little bit, we've managed to actually catch the guy in 12th, and we're following him. We close right up behind him on braking. We run a little bit deep. Our tyres are starting to go off, so I'm going to have to be even more careful with the throttle application. We've got a Brit behind us who wants to make a move, so we're going to go defensive here because we've only got 2 laps left. I really do not want him to pass now. It's not a case of before, where they were coming into pit, I could let them go. This is now for actual position. So coming through the first corner here, Hell Corner, and onto the mountain straight, we can actually open this up a lot more and keep the guy in 14th at bay. But as I say, my tyres are starting to go off. You can have a look there in the bottom left. So I've noticed the car is moving a little bit more. Coming into Griffin's here, just what I said about the tyres. I'm going to get a little bit of oversteer, try and correct it, overcorrect, and round I go. Another spin and just lose a couple more positions. 3 positions in total actually, 13th, 14th and 15th. I've been overtaken by the Belgian Willie up in front. Never good at all, never good at all. So we're down into 16th now as we come through the really technical tight bit of this track. I hit the wall there, really suffering with the tyres now. I suppose it's one of the perils of having a non-stopping strategy, I suppose, but I'm still quite disappointed in myself that I've managed to let this spin a couple of times. I do so much better in the GR2, as you've seen in other videos. I haven't been binning it as much, so I thought I was learning, but evidently just a little bit overconfident. Coming into Forest Elbow again, we're going to try and get the power down, and we're going to try and overtake the Belgian Willie again. Down the outside, I'm hoping it's not going to be a rerun of the issue we had on lap 1. Back to the radar there, we're side by side. Can I make it stick? Give as much room as possible. Oh, it almost happens again, but we make it stick. Come right down through the gears, through the chase here. And I'm quite happy with that one, to be honest. Yes, only for 15th, but racing's racing. Really enjoyed it. So we are coming down into Murray's Corner for the penultimate time here, coming across the line to start the final lap. As we come out of Hell's Corner here for the final time, I think we're just going to try and bring this one home. We're 1 place up from where we qualified, so we're in 15th rather than 16th, so I'm just going to try and escape with the tail between our legs. The non-stopping strategy, shall we recap? Let's see. So I'm really disappointed with the incident we had on the first lap. I felt I gave him room, but he bumped me off, I thought. I'm happy though that I didn't take anybody else out and ruin their race, but still it was particularly devastating to mine. This was compounded by the 2 spins, which really affected the overall outcome and just didn't give a true reflection of what strategy could have been. But from a positive point of view, I've got more miles under my belt. I'm learning more and more with every lap that I do, and I felt I had decent race pace in this race when I wasn't in the wall. Even when I was saving fuel, people weren't getting too far away from me. I also am happy that I've been managing the fuel well. I managed to pretty much get myself to the end. It looks as if we're going to be pretty much perfect. It'll be interesting to see what it will be like at the very end of the lap, but I will definitely be trying this combination again when it comes up. A question for you all, let me know in the comment section down below. Does anybody else go non-stop during a race? And for those that do, other than this combination, what other car and track combinations do you feel that it works at? I know a couple of other people use the Citroen round here as well. I understand you can go non-stop with that, but I'm really interested to see and to experiment with this strategy even more. So please let me know, as I say, what car and track combinations and class combinations the non-stoppers work at. So as we come across the line here, I'm actually going to come across the line with 0% fuel left. As you can see, just before the end, it ran out of fuel, but it wasn't enough to lose 14th. So we come home in 14th place. As we collect our 14th officially there, let's take a look at my driver rating. So at the last time out of Brands Hatch I had 20,224 points, and I've actually lost 500 points here, and I'm down to 19,721. Now my sportsman or safety rating or whatever it is remained at 99, so that's good, but I'm still way away from the 30,000 that I need, so that is what we're going to be pushing for. And that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.